What's up? So right now we are inside the Egyptian Museum, inside my favorite section. I don't know if you know this guy or not, but this guy was Akhenaton. His real name was Amenhotep IV, and this guy was revolutionary. To be honest, he wasn't actually a wonderful, he wasn't a mighty politician. He didn't fight in south, in east, in west, like many of the Egyptian rulers, but he introduced to Egyptians a very important concept, a revolutionary concept actually, in the terms of religion, and it was worshipping only one god instead of worshipping many gods. So he introduced a new god and he named it Aten, and Aten was associated to the sun. And if you look, for example, over here, you can see him in this picture with his beautiful, wonderful wife Nefertiti worshipping Aten. And you can see this one over here is Aten, and down there is Akhenaton. And one important thing about him was his coffin. I mean, look at this coffin. This coffin was completely different. It was made of fiberglass. So his coffin wasn't made of granite, stone, or even gold. No, it was made of fiberglass. And in his section, you can see there are many pieces that represents his face over here. One more thing about Akhenaton, that he was so honest in the terms of his physique. For example, if you see pharaohs like Ramesses wanted to look so mighty. So you can see him with his muscles, fighting, standing. But for Akhenaton, for him it was he was cool, he was normal. You can see a pharaoh over here with a very big belly, and you can tell that he had a very big legs, and even his face, it looked so real, compared to any other face. You can see here we have many pieces of his face over here. So yeah, I'm just so happy that I'm inside the section of Akhenaton, and you can see this one over here. This one was his coffin. Can you see the details of the coffin? These are the details. This mask was believed to be pieces of gold. You can see. So you can see this. This is just the coffin lid, and it was made of wood and decorated with all these beautiful pieces. It is just amazing, right? And this was, I don't know if it's the only coffin made of fiberglass, but if you just look at it, it is amazing. It is so beautiful, and it tells you a lot also about the size of the ancient Egyptians. You can see he wasn't with a huge size. So yeah, right now we're just inside his section. I want to show you there was also another piece, not only these two pieces. Okay, this piece of him over here worshipping his god, not his gun, of course. And you can see this piece of him. This was his wife Nefertiti. You can see she had a beautiful eyes, but they drew her with a giant head. I don't know why. As you can see, there is also a piece of him, of Akhenaton over here. You can see also this is Akhenaton and his god Aten. So yeah, but actually the faith of Akhenaton didn't last forever. What happened that there was like the worshippers of Amun and the other Egyptian gods, they opposed his idea and they refused him. And he even had to build a new capital in Amarna. And actually all these pieces was found in his capital Amarna. He was the father of King Tutankhamun. And Tutankhamun, his original name was Tutankhaten, but after the death of his father, he changed his name to Tutankhamun because he was young and he was under the pressure of all the priests and he didn't want to lose control. And they made sure that they eliminate Akhenaton or Amenhotep IV completely from history. But because, as I told you, he had completely new capital and his capital was far away from the original capital of Thebes. So we managed to know many things about his life, all these statues from his palaces and from his temples also. One important thing also about the things that Akhenaton left to us was the messages between him and the other nations. And in these messages he spoke about a very important chapter of the Egyptian history, and it was the collapse of the Bronze Age. At the time of history, Egypt was under like a severe attack by people. They are called the people of the sea. They attacked not only Egypt, they attacked Anatolia, they attacked Levanta, they attacked all these parts. And yeah, and as you can see, so because of all these messages, we managed to know many things about his life. There are also some hidden pieces here, maybe of him. There are also some other pieces here of Akhenaton. And these pieces are of his leg. Like as you can see, these are the legs of Akhenaton, and this is this one here with his face. He just looked so respected, and some people think that Akhenaton, he was not like a king, he was just a prophet or something, because he introduced this idea of the new religion. So yeah, these also are scripts and decoration that was found on the stove. You can see all these drawings over here. So I hope that in this video you learned something about Akhenaton and his history and his faith and his capital. Now I will just go and check the other sections, but before I go, I will show you the rest of the place. Here we will take some close shots over the coffin here, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you soon.